guys, this is Svetlana from Cosplay and welcome to another cosplay crafting tutorial. Yay! Today I show you how to apply PlastiDip to your foam, armor and props. Keep in mind, however, that using PlastiDip is just one way to prime your EVA foam. If you don't want to spray, you can also just brush on FlexiPaint or FlexBond. Please check out this video for more help. Also, if you need more tips in general to work with foam, just grab my foam armor book on cosplay.com. And now let's begin. For this tutorial, I'm using regular black PlastiDip that you can find on Amazon or eBay. Just keep in mind that other colors and versions might behave differently. Also, this stuff is toxic and flammable, so be careful with it. First, we need hot tap water. Not boiling hot though, just a little hot is fine. Next, I put the can into the water for a few minutes. This way the can sprays much finer and I avoid nasty splatters. Since the stuff is pretty bad for your health, I'm always wearing a proper respirator. In addition, latex gloves are a must. You really don't want any of it on your skin. To keep my workshop nice and clean, I always spray in our self-made spray booth. It's just a cheap IKEA closet with a hole in the back, a filter and a radial fan that blows everything out of the window. And if you don't have enough space or money to get a spray booth, just go outside. Whatever you do, make sure you spray in a well-ventilated area. Also, before priming the foam, don't forget to heat seal the surface properly. As you can see, I'm using my heat gun for this. Now I attach my foam piece and shake the can really well for about a minute. By turning the can upside down and spraying a bit, you can clear the nozzle. Based on my experience, the right spray distance between foam and can is around 20 centimeters. That's too close. And that's too far. This looks good. Now let's begin. As you can see here, I actually start spraying next to my foam and not directly onto it. If I did this, I might apply too much primer at the edge and would get bubbles there. The first layer is usually pretty thin and looks very textured at the beginning. Once it starts to dry, however, it looks a lot better, and the end result is nice and smooth. After it's completely dry, I apply 2 additional and slightly thicker layers from the same distance. It's important to let everything dry properly before you apply the next coat. After all 3 layers, the result is nice and shiny. You can still see a little bit of texture, but this is totally normal and won't be noticed after applying some paint. Yeah, it looks good. Now let's see what happens when I make mistakes. If I spray far too close and too much, it still looks pretty shiny at the beginning. Once it dries, however, it gets worse and worse. The result is, well, you can pretty much throw it away. Another way is to dust it from a distance and super thin. It also looks fine at the beginning, but after 3 layers there will be a lot of texture. I know that depending on where you live, PlastiDip may not be that affordable or easy to find. Luckily, you might have local alternatives. For example, there is a cheaper brand called GummiDip here in Germany, or Seal Prime from Polyprops in the UK. Just like PlastiDip, the cans have to be heated up and shaken properly. GummiDip is a little bit more fluid than PlastiDip, so I'm extra careful and apply it a little bit thinner to avoid it dripping down. After 4 coats though, the result looks smooth and awesome. Seal Prime is also more beginner friendly than PlastiDip and has a lovely and smooth finish after 3 layers. So here is another direct comparison. PlastiDip, if done right, looks very smooth and only with a little texture. It's kind of tricky to apply though. Gummy Dip turns out super smooth, but needs more layers. And finally Seal Prime, which also looks great with only 3 layers. And that's it!
There are a lot more alternatives to PlastiDip, Gummy Dip and Seal Prime, so make sure to check them out and try them if you have the chance. You never know, maybe you find something even better. Also, thank you so much to all the people who support us on Patreon. You made this video possible and I hope you find it helpful. Make sure to write me a comment if you still have any questions. And subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos like this. So stay busy and see you next time. Bye bye!